guys, what's going on? It's MassiveJoes RAW review, and I'm coming to you from MassiveJoes.com. Awesome! Raw review for the viewers at home today on one of the most hotly anticipated testosterone boosters we have seen thus far from our good friends at Platinum Labs. It is, of course, Anabolic Triad in the house. Let's get straight into it, show you guys exactly what's in it, tell you exactly what it's gonna do. That nutritional information panel ain't gonna get it done. We about to go balls deep in this tiny little tub of Anabolic Triad. Luckily got ourselves one of these big ass information panels for the viewers at home. Starting from the top, serving size, and even, actually before I start, you guys will see that's a big ass nutritional information panel. There ain't a whole lot going on with this here Anabolic Triad. Triad means 3, there's 3 ingredients, that's it. So this is, we're about to go balls deep in this here Anabolic Triad. Starting from the top, serving size 1 scoop, 4 grams, got yourself about 30 of them 4 gram bitches in one of these full month supplies, so 30 serve bitches. In terms of what the 4 grams is made up of, if you do a quick sum and you add up all of these active ingredients, it becomes quite apparent we're dealing with 72% artificial colors, artificial flavors. I'll explain why they've used so many artificial colors, artificial flavors when we go through how it tastes and how it mixes. That being said, it's only 4 grams, so it's really not that big a deal. In terms of what the actives are made up of, starting from the top, viewers at home, we're talking about bovine natalensis, or bovine natalensis, depending on how you want to pronounce it, in a 1,000 milligram dose. That is some serious dosage of bovine. In fact, we've seen bovine appear in some of the most recent testosterone boosters to hit the market. We've never seen it appear in this kind of dose. Usually it's around 500 to 600 milligrams. The 1,000 milligram dose is just some neck level shit. In terms of what bovine actually does for viewers at home who are unaware, really cool herb. It's a herb, it originates from southeastern Africa. It's used conventionally or in the past, it's been used in southeastern Africa as an aphrodisiac. Now what's happened recently is they've done a bunch of studies with bovine on rats, 14-day studies, and those 14-day studies have shown an increase in testosterone of about 340%, a decrease in estrogen of about 35%, viewers at home, and an increase in luteinizing hormone of about 170%, viewers at home. So what they've done is they've taken this herb, used as an aphrodisiac, done some studies on rats, and there has been some human studies done as well, and they found stupid increases in testosterone. Stupid. Almost 400%. If you compare that to other scientifically proven natural testosterone boosters like D-aspartic acid, for example, you're talking 42%. Bovine, you're talking almost 400%, so almost 10 times what you're experiencing from the D-aspartic acid, viewers at home. The other cool thing with the bovine is the studies that they did on these rats. They did some different dosages. Now this is quite interesting. We really got to go balls deep in this, because this is some information that you guys really, if you're thinking about using this particular test booster or any supplement that's got bovine in it, you need to understand this. The studies that have been done on bovine in the rat studies is they use 3 different dosages. They use 25 milligrams per kilo of body weight, 50 milligrams per kilo of body weight, and 100 milligrams per kilo of body weight. And what they found is that the response to the different dosages of bovine is a bell-shaped curve. So if you think about it, I'm gonna do this back to front for you viewers at home. If you start here, the curve in terms of response of testosterone looks like that. So the 25 milligrams, you start to get a bit of an increase. At the 50 milligram dose, you peak. And then when you start to go over the 50 milligram dose to the 100 milligram dose, it starts to drop off again. So in terms of the actual dosage of bovine, that was in terms of rats. So if you convert rats to humans, you're talking about around about 10 milligrams per kilo of body weight. So this particular anabolic triad in the 1 scoop serve in the 1 scoop dose is dosed at 1,000 milligrams of bovine. So it's dosed for a 100 kilogram male. There is no reason, there is absolutely no point in double scooping anabolic triad. No point at all, because you're actually going to see less results than if you just take it as it's dosed. And if you weigh less than 100 kilos, you're probably going to get better results even going less than 1 scoop, just because of the bell-shaped curve and the response. The other cool thing, I told you we're going balls deep, viewers at home. I told you. The other thing that I do have to point out with the bovine is in these studies and in some other studies that have been done, and I'm going to throw a link in the description box so you guys can check these out yourself, is it has been shown to have some negative effects on liver and kidney enzymes. So to run liver and kidney enzymes up. So some people may call that, it could be a negative effect on your liver and kidneys, which means you do have to cycle it. So don't be using anabolic triad for like 6 months in a row. Take it for like 2 tubs and then take a complete month, at least a complete month off. Moving right along. We really did go balls deep in that there bovine. Zoom and focus action, please. There we go. No, we don't. Come on, bitch. There we go. Moving right along, we've got 6,7-dihydroxybergamotin, aka bergamotin, aka DHB. Now this is a cool natural compound. It's called a furanocuramin, and it's a compound found in grapefruit juice. It's responsible. A lot of scientific discussion is around this DHB being responsible for the grapefruit juice effect. For viewers at home who are unaware about what the grapefruit juice effect is grapefruit juice or this DHB, which is what's found naturally occurring in grapefruit juice, actually inhibits intestinal enzymes, and in particular the enzymes in your intestine that are responsible for breaking down certain pharmaceutical compounds. So it actually increases the bioavailability of certain pharmaceutical compounds, certain prescription drugs in particular, and a lot of people have an adverse reaction to the grapefruit effect, the grapefruit juice effect, if they're on prescription drugs. So one thing I do have to point out is if you have been told by your doctor not to consume grapefruit juice, but in order to avoid the grapefruit juice effect, do not supplement with this here anabolic triad, because it contains the exact active compound that is responsible for the grapefruit juice effect. We're dropping all kinds of knowledge bombs in this raw review. This is what raw reviews are about. Moving right along, and this is actually a pretty good segue into the next ingredient, laxagenin, because one of the compounds that is affected by the grapefruit juice effect, meaning that it does increase the bioavailability, is the very next ingredient, laxagenin. So we got laxagenin as the third and final ingredient in this here anabolic triad in the 25 milligram dose. I will say straight up that the clinical dose of laxagenin is considered to be 60 to 100 milligrams, but because you're taking it with the DHB that we just discussed, 25 milligrams is going to get it done. Laxagenin increases protein synthesis over and above 200%, increases nitrogen retention, has also been shown to decrease cortisol. Links in the description box if you guys want to go check out those studies. A lot of people are under the impression that it's a hormonal ingredient. Laxagenin is completely non-hormonal. So there's no the bovine is what's going to increase the testosterone in this particular anabolic triad testosterone booster. The laxagenin is non-hormonal at all. That's just about increasing protein synthesis, nitrogen retention, decreasing cortisol. Got yourself about 72% artificial colors, artificial flavors. Woo! And that's what's in it. Real simple. Simple, but ingredients that I thought that we should go a little bit more balls deep in, viewers at home, because we've seen a couple of them before, but we haven't actually really explained exactly what they do. But it's 3 ingredients. A hormonal ingredient, the bovine, going to boost testosterone is the main thing. Boost luteinizing hormone and decrease estrogen just a little bit. You've then got something that's going to help with the absorption of bovine and specifically laxagenin. And then you got laxagenin, which is non-hormonal, going to increase protein synthesis. In terms of how it tastes, how it mixes, comes in one flavor, comes in... Zoom and focus action, please. I don't even know what the flavor is. There it is, down the bottom. You guys see that? get some zoom and focus action on that little flavor panel down there. It's green apple. You can't see it, it's too damn small, it's green apple. Anyway, infamous MassiveJoes taste and mixability test about to go down, viewers at home. Got myself a brand new tub of this here Anabolic Triad in this here green apple, man. I'm gonna go and flip the lid straight off. I don't even know, do you guys reckon this is worthy of a bro punch? It's not really gonna be a bro punch, it's gonna be like a knuckle punch. So I might even just try and peel the label straight off. Nah, f that, knuckle punch it is. Boom. All right. Let me grab the scoop of this Anabolic Triad, man. The first thing you'll notice, and it's not surprising, having the bulbine in there, the bulbine extract in the 1000 milligram dose, it smells very herby, which immediately has you suspicious that it's gonna taste very herby as well. Anyway, we're gonna find out in a second. Got myself one scoop of this here Anabolic Triad, just like that. Gonna throw it in the infamous MassiveJoes double wall glass. And let it rain, let it rain. A few flicks of the wrist, because you can see already that it's gonna need probably more than a few flicks of the wrist, to be completely honest with you viewers at home. So we might flick the wrist, let it just chill down there for a second. And we might flick the wrist again, get some of that action going on. And you guys can see I'm having trouble mixing it. I really am. You get some floaters down in there, you got some sinkers. Even if I mix it, it's honestly, you try and mix this in a glass with a spoon, you're gonna be shit out of luck. So I would go so far as to say blender bowl is required. For this here Platinum Labs Anabolic Triad, let me refresh my memory on how the green apple tastes, man. The thing with it is, the initial taste is really good. The initial apple taste, the initial green apple taste is on point. It's a really nice green apple flavor. Unfortunately, the ingredients, and this is why Platinum Labs have used over 70% artificial colors and flavors. The ingredients, in particular the bulbine, in the 1 gram per scoop dose, is nearly impossible to try and mask that flavor. That flavor is strong as shit, man. And it's one of those herby flavors that just makes you want to throw up in your own mouth. It's really, yeah. When the bulbine hits you, you know the bulbine hits you. And unfortunately for Platinum Labs, man, there's nothing they can do about that. But I can see they put some time and effort into trying to cover that up, because the initial taste is really good. And to be honest, if you made a shot, if you mixed it up in like that much water and you just shot it down, probably the only thing you'd taste would be that initial delicious green apple, and you might get a little bit of the aftertaste. I'd probably mix it in a little bit too much water. So my advice to you viewers at home would be, put it in a shaker first of all, because blender ball is required, and shake it in like 30 to 50 mils of water and just shot that bitch down, and then you're not gonna have to deal with that horrible aftertaste of the bulbine. In terms of the effects, I'm gonna mix it up a little bit here, viewers at home. I'm gonna mix it up. We've gone seriously balls deep in the ingredients and the scientific studies, and the link's in the description box if you guys wanna go check them out for yourselves. So we know scientifically the ingredients in this particular Anabolic Triad have been proven to work. We haven't seen them put together in one supplement like this before. That's the unique thing about Anabolic Triad. But instead of giving you guys some kind of theory on how they could work in conjunction with each other, you already know how they work separate to each other. But instead of giving you a theory, I started taking this Anabolic Triad a couple of days ago, man. I started my new natural test cycle on Monday morning. I'm shooting this raw review on Wednesday. So I've only taken it 3 times. It's too early for me to tell. I also know another member of Team MassiveJoes, my swole brother, my wholesale account manager, Joel Bait, aka Swole Bait, also started taking this shit on Monday, man. So we both running the natural test boosting cycle containing the Platinum Labs Anabolic Triad. So what I propose, viewers at home, is I'm gonna wrap this raw review up right here. Because there's really nothing else for me to say about my personal experience. It's been too damn early to report back on personal experience viewers at home, and there are too many unique ingredients that have never been put in conjunction with each other for me to theorize on exactly what's gonna happen. So I'm gonna wrap this raw review up right here. I'm gonna tell you guys that if you're looking for a unique testosterone booster with nothing there's no tribulus, there's no D-aspartic acid, there's no fenugreek, there's nothing in it that we've seen in other very good, very potent testosterone boosters, completely unique. And if you're looking to try a new testosterone booster, or you haven't had any luck with any of those kind of historical ingredients, tribulus, D-aspartic acid, fenugreek, anything like that, and you want to try something new, or you're just intrigued as because of how balls deep we went in all the ingredients, I would command you to give this here Platinum Labs Anabolic Triad a go. If you want to see what the actual effects are, you're going to have to wait 4 weeks, man. And in 4 weeks time, Swolebait and I are going to drop back in on this raw review and do a follow-up and tell you exactly our personal experiences with this here Platinum Labs Anabolic Triad. Guys, hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, man. Stay up to date with all the latest editions of MassiveJoes RAW Review and everything else in our YouTube channel. And guys, that is MassiveJoes RAW Review on the all-new testosterone booster from our good friends at Platinum Labs Anabolic Triad. In the house! And I'm coming to you from MassiveJoes.com.